Morning, Year 6!
Morning!
And today's chapter is entitled Posho, Chapter 12. Oh, for blooming sake, stop screaming, said the voice. This only made Stella scream more. Oh, shut your cake hole! It was definitely the voice of a boy. His accent was infinitely rougher around the edges than Stella's. The cellar was pitch black and the girl had no idea who she was talking to. Who are you? Demanded Stella. I'll tell you, but you've got to promise you won't scream the place down, he replied. Yes? You promise? Yes, replied Stella, a little more confidently this time. Ready? Yes. You're sure you won't scream? Yes. Stella was becoming a tiny bit infuriated now. The voice paused for a moment. Well, get on with it. I am getting on with it. I am a ghost. Stella screamed. The ghost was mightily annoyed. You promised you weren't going to scream. Well, I didn't know you were going to say a ghost, protested the girl. Well, what you want me to do? Tell a porcupine? A what? A lie. Cockney rhyming slang, innit? Stella finally understood. Oh, yes. Well, what do you want me to do? Say I'm Father Christmas or something? No, but the girl hesitated. But what? You can't be a ghost. Ghosts aren't real. My mama and papa told me so. The voice replied in a rather smug tone. Oh, did they? Mama and papa. He chuckled at how posh the girl was. Very la-di-da. Well, if ghosts ain't real, why'd you scream? There was a silence for a moment. Stella couldn't think of a reply. Then she said, well, I might have been screaming just for fun. Likely story. Well, it's completely dark down here and I can't see you. I can't see a thing. If you really are a ghost, then prove it. Stella was sure she had him on the ropes now. All right, came the confident reply. Shift some of this here coal out the way. Me? Asked the girl, incredulously. Despite not having any money, Stella had enjoyed a privileged upbringing as a member of the upper class. Being posh, she was not used to being given orders, especially not to move lumps of coal about, and especially not in such an uncouth manner by someone so clearly out of the lower classes, who her rather grand headmistress might have charitably described as an oink. An oink is a lout, a ruffian, or an urchin. Yeah, you, replied the ghost. It was clear he was having none of this girl's attitude, but she wasn't giving up yet. Well, why can't you do it? She said defiantly. By the sound of the ghost's rough accent, Stella was sure moving coal around the floor of a cellar was much more his kind of thing. In fact, she guessed he would probably love to do it. For him, it would actually be a pleasure, an honour, perhaps even something of a treat. Maybe if this were his birthday, giving him the opportunity to move some coal about would make the perfect present. I'm stuck the other side of this here coal chute, ain't I? I ain't got no place to shift to. Well, you aren't a ghost then, are you? Duh, yeah. So, can't you just, waft through? Nah, real ghosts can't waft. Stella's understanding of ghosts came purely from fanciful stories she had read. She was more than a little disappointed to learn that real ghosts could not walk through walls after all. Not least because it meant she had to move this mountain of coal by itself. Sorry, I had no idea, she said. Yet the girl stood totally still, hoping that if she did nothing for long enough, this oink would do it for her anyway. However, this was not to be. Come on, the ghost moaned. The quicker you get started, the quicker you finish. Stella sighed and bent down to feel where the coal was on the stone floor of the cellar. Reluctantly, she started moving pieces aside. It was hard work, and when she paused for a moment to get her breath back, the ghost shouted, Get a move on! I'm going as fast as I can, protested Stella. Sorry, but moving coal around is not something I would normally do. The ghost let out a chuckle. Nah, you're one of them poshos. What? I beg your pardon? Posho. The ghost seemed to really enjoy saying the word and started to tease her. Posho, posho, posho. It was all very childish, but he was a child. Well, the ghost of a child. I am not a posho, exclaimed the girl, more than a little offended. Nah, of course you're not. Thank you. Now come on, posho, put your back into it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why haven't there been any illustrations in this chapter? The pictures are the best bit. Well, that's because the last few pages of the story have been completely in the dark. In case you feel cheated, here are some illustrations, especially for you. There is Lady Saxby. There's the coal cellar. And there is a pile of coal. Which brings us to the end of our chapter. Tomorrow is chapter 13. A light in the shape of a boy. Until then, bye. Bye.